You can bring him. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Thank you for bringing Mr. Nkematon Thomas to us.
Yeah.
This man full of wisdom.
Yeah.
They say what the old see sitting on the floor.
A young man cannot sit standing.
Thank
you very much.
Thank
you very much for bringing him to us.
Okay.
Mr. Nkematon Thomas, good morning.
Good morning.
What an honor to be with you. You look so fresh. God is good.
God is good.
All the time, and all the time.
God is good.
Can I have the honor to greet you?
Yeah. Oh, why not?
Thank you.
I'm great with you. Yeah.
So, Johnny Moore, thank you for making this connection.
Oh, this is my father.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're the man of contact.
Yeah. So,
You know, through you, I've tapped from the wisdom of so many genuine and great people.
yeah.
And I'm happy to be
one
here.
of them. He's one of them, you know. Yeah.
Dear viewers worldwide, I have the honor today, January 2nd. Today is January 2nd. You know, for me, it's one of the greatest gifts I've had this new year, to be able to meet Mr. Thomas Nkematon yesterday, and I'm so happy that he willingly accepted that I could tap his wisdom through this interview. So I'm interviewing him in Belleville, which is found in Maryland, today, January 2nd.
USA,
United States of America. So you can imagine the distance it took from all the way from Bamenda to be here. Well, he's here on holidays, and I'm happy he found time to give to me to interview him. So how are you doing this morning?
We thank God.
Okay.
We got up well. We got up strong.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting with you here.
I'm so impressed by your first statement. We thank God. You're a powerful a man of faith.
I cannot tell you myself. You have said just who I am.
Okay.
And I thank God at all times in my life.
Talking about your life, I would like to have a review, you know, let's try to go, I would like to have a chronological life history. So where were you born, if I may ask?
Where or when?
Where?
I was born in the Fonga,
Okay.
a village in Lebang
I see.
Kingdom,
Yes.
and a village in Fontaine subdivision.
Okay.
Fontaine subdivision
Yes.
is a subdivision
Yes.
in the BLM
In the BLM division.
division
Okay.
in the southwest region of Cameroon.
Wonderful. Before you continue telling me your life background, I'm here because you have so many caps. The first is you're a noble from the Lebang Kingdom in the BLM. You're a noble.
Yeah.
You're notable. You have been highly distinguished from your life. And that's why I'm here. Secondly, you're a former President General of Lekudo from 1988 to 1993.
Yes.
Thirdly, you're a former bank manager in the Cameroon Bank in Banso.
Not bank manager,
Okay.
assistant manager.
Assistant. Thank you for that correction. I appreciate it. And more to that, you are a community leader and cultural icon. This is what people have told me.
As people say about me,
Yes, you know, the word of the people, no? Vox populi, vox dei. What people say is very important
that's
about
true,
you.
but the eye sees not itself.
that demonstrates and portrays your humility and your simplicity. And lastly, you were a guest speaker in this country in 2009 in the Lekudo, USA.
Yes,
Wow.
I was.
And you see that these are many caps which you wear, which I would like us to go chronologically. So you were born in Fonga. Where did you go to primary school, if I may ask?
I started primary school in Fonga.
Okay.
I went to primary school in Fonga for 3 years.
I see.
After that, when we had to go to Standard 2, in those days we used to call it Standard,
Okay.
and I had to go to Standard 2, we moved to Catholic school, Fontaine.
Okay, I see.
It was called St. George's School, Fontaine.
Which year is that? Are we talking of the 1950s or
Yeah,
40s?
the 50s.
The 50s.
I left Fonga for Catholic school, Fontaine,
Yes.
in 1950, end of 1956.
Okay.
Schooled in Catholic school, Fontaine. We used to call it St. George's School.
Oh, I see.
School there till I finished Standard 6 in
Impressive.
1961.
Okay.
Trekking from Fonga to Fontaine, a distance of some 12 kilometers or above
You did that daily.
daily,
My
to
God.
and fro. Yes, we did it daily.
And as a child, was it so hectic for you?
Wonderful. One of my aunts, my maternal aunt, was
Yes.
the wife of the founder of Fontaine.
Okay.
She and my mother said I should be staying with her before going to school. But I preferred to join my colleagues who were coming from Fonga and to school and going back together. I preferred to join them for us to go to school. Even though once a while I would stay the night at the Fon's Palace
Okay.
in Nazi.
What relationship did you have with the phone?
My relationship was then was
Yes.
the fact that he was married to Fontaine de Fan.
Yes.
Yes. He was married to one of my maternal aunts.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah,
I see. That's a very good relationship.
yeah.
And,
And he during his life,
okay.
not only as the founder of Fontaine,
Yeah.
but as a person, he liked having people and
Around him.
children around him.
Okay.
Yes.
So he was a man of
And
the
in
people.
the palace, you could not know who was a prince or princess and who was a
A
guest,
visitor.
a
Okay.
visitor. No.
Wow.
Yeah. He treated all of us
Equally.
equally. And sometimes he even gave more concern to us than he did to his own children.
That's very, very
Yes.
outstanding.
Yeah.
Talking more about Von de Fang, because you met him. What an honor.
I met him in Nazi, in the palace, when my maternal aunt and my mother
Yes.
said I should stay in the palace and go to school. I stayed there for a couple of weeks, but decided to leave, not because there was any problem, but I preferred joining my other colleagues from Fonga.
Exactly.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
friendship.
Yeah.
The bond that he had with his colleagues.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, many Nwe people, the young generation,
Yeah.
they can't envisage what a palace is. So I would like to use this opportunity to ask you that question. How was the palace then? How was the fund's schedule? Could you please? That's very important for the
Yes.
young people. If you remember.
As a pupil then,
Yes.
we saw the phone either when we had closed from school
Okay.
or early in the morning before we had to go to school, because he used to get up every morning and go around the houses of his wives.
Okay. So that's the first thing he did.
That was the first thing he did.
Why did he do that?
That is a question only God can answer now, because he's no longer alive.
Okay.
Even if he were still alive,
Yes.
I would not be in the position
To answer.
to answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would think he went to greet his wives. I would think so. I'm not
Yes,
saying
he
it's the
used to
truth
go
now.
around greeting his wives and see how the palace children were behaving, were, growing up.
Okay.
Seeing those who were put it rascals, or, the one that he could track to himself,
and call your attention if there was a mistake or
Good.
wow. So he was a man. He was a father indeed. The word father.
He was.
More than a son, he was a father.
And whenever we closed from school,
Yes.
or the weekends, I didn't go to my parents from there.
Okay.
We used to sit in what we call then lemo. He would come sit on the seat,
Okay.
and there would be a series of dishes of food
Oh.
on
the table.
on the table. He would take what he wanted to eat and would call us
To
take
go
the
serve
rest, not
yourself.
to take the rest and eat.
Wow.
In the same hall with him, he was such a simple way, fun.
Okay.
Yes, he was.
Interesting.
He was.
So Johnny Moore, do you want to add something?
No, I just said because he has a very rich profile,
Yes.
and there's so much he will talk about.
No, I know.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
so much
yes,
he
yes,
will
yes,
talk
yes.
about.
So, but this
That's
one of
very-
from Def, I was so,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
as a young man,
Yeah.
I'm so amazed
Yeah.
that you still remember from Def, and that you saw him. For me, that man,
Okay.
he was an icon,
He
a
was.
man of tradition and a custodian of culture
He
and
was.
tradition. So,
Let me also add something that I not said.
yes.
On market days,
Okay.
we called the market day Amina.
Okay.
On those days, he had a place where he used to sit in one of the halls in the palace.
Okay, so the palace is divided into different sections.
Oh, sure.
Could you kindly tell us how it is divided? Because I've never entered there. People have to know. We have Lebang people, especially the young generation. You see, we see that palace and pictures. It looks beautiful, the German, like a castle.
Yeah.
But I've never known how the inside is. Could you?
The palace, I would say, was divided into 3 sections.
Okay.
The inner palace, where he used to sit,
Okay.
where he used to hold meetings with his notables
Okay.
and the then administration.
Okay. So that's a brief. Did he sleep in the palace? Or somebody told me there's a house behind the palace.
No, when you say behind the house, it wasn't behind the palace, it was in the palace. But
Okay.
very few people were allowed
To go.
enter
Okay.
right there.
Okay.
Few,
I
I
see.
say few.
Thank you for
Yes.
for making us know that.
Yeah.
And you were about to narrate something of the market days, Amina. What used
Yes,
to happen?
on Amina, he used to come out and sit in one of the halls, the main halls of the palace at the time.
Okay.
Not only hall, it had also some other rooms
Okay.
where the funds children.
Yes.
And when I say children, not all his children.
Okay.
Yeah, the literate ones
Okay.
used to sleep in those rooms which were
Okay.
attached to that hall. He used to come and sit in front of the hall
Yes.
at the special place
Okay.
arranged for him, for funds to sit.
Yes.
He used to sit there on market days. And if there was any problem
Yes.
or anything that one of his subjects had to ask him or had to tell him, they would meet him there
Okay.
and talk with him.
I see.
He was such an easygoing man,
And accessible.
very accessible.
Wow.
He regarded every subject of his
Yes.
as himself.
Wow.
He would give you all the respect, even the children.
Okay.
He will give you all the respect that sometimes you will not have, even in your own compound.
Wow.
Yes. So he used to come and sit there,
Yes.
and we enjoyed him then.
Wow. Dear viewers, you might be wondering why I'm so interested in this Fonde farm. And I'm so interested because you had the honor to meet him, and I think that shaped your life too. You know, when you mingle with people, with such great people who are simple, that has a great impact. So I didn't just want us to rush to your primary school. I wanted us to go back to Fonde farm And it's I thank God for having given us this narration of your primary school experience with Lekelefac. So could you continue from you were in standard 2? How long did you go for primary school in Fontaine? Was it 6 years then or 7?
No, not 6.
Okay.
Primary school then was 8 years.
Oh really?
Yes.
Wow.
Infant 1, infant 2,
Yes.
standard 1 to 6.
Oh, okay.
That's 8 years.
Interesting.
I did infant 1 and 2 and standard 1 in Fonge.
I see.
Then it was the natives of Fonge who were paying the teachers' fees, even though it was a Catholic school. So the Catholic mission, listen, the Catholic mission wasn't paying the teachers.
Okay.
The Catholic mission never built even a single classroom. All that was done by the natives of Fonge. And accept it or not, I'm not saying this because I come from Fonge.
Yes.
There were few villages
Yes.
in the then Fontaine subdivision. It wasn't a subdivision at the time.
I see.
Yes, but it became a subdivision as we grew up.
Okay.
Then there were few schools. The first school, which at our time was called St. George's Catholic School, Fontaine,
Okay.
was opened in the early 50s.
Interesting.
The first school was not where the present St. George's Catholic School, Fontaine, is situated now.
Okay.
It didn't start where we went to St. George's Catholic School, Fontaine.
Okay.
Is
Interesting.
it started somewhere else. There's no need going back to those places
Exactly.
and coming to where it is today. Yes, we attended Catholic School, Fontaine.
Okay.
But before the Catholic School, Fontaine,
Yes.
there was, from Fonge to that Catholic School, Fontaine, we passed through what we used to call NA School, Fontaine. NA School at the time
Which
meant
means?
Native Authority School.
Was it public school?
It was what today is called government primary school.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Native
Authority School, NA School.
Interesting.
Yes.
So there were other schools.
There were those two in Lebang.
I see.
During our time,
Yes, sir.
after that one, there was the other school at Lewo,
Okay. Was it a Catholic school?
Catholic school.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
St. John's Primary School, Fortabon, we used to call it. But that one did not have standard 6.
Okay.
The pupils from that Catholic school, Lewo,
Yes.
used to come and meet us in Catholic School Fontaine to write the first school living certificate exam.
Interesting.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, that's so. Thank you so much for bringing this wonderful historical facts as you have, because you lived it. You are just narrating to us what actually happened. Now, before we continue about the primary school, could you tell us how the teachers in those days? How was the relationship between the teachers and the people? For example, how was the relationship with your teachers? If you still remember.
Why not?
Okay, great.
Why not? The teachers had the respect that I would say only administrators, national administrators have today. Then the teachers had that, no pupil
Yes.
could play around with the teachers.
I
No
see.
way.
The respect was
Wonderful.
wow. Maximum.
Maximum. Yes, maximum.
Yeah,
And if a pupil committed an offense in school, the teacher would just say, back him up.
okay.
You know what back him up means?
What was that?
He would say back him up. 4 hefty children from the class or from the group of children who were around there at the time would come forward. 2 will hold his legs, 2 will hold his hands, and the teacher would give him good thrashing on his bottles.
That was discipline.
Real discipline.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, real discipline.
So you went up to standard 8?
Standard 6.
Oh, sorry, because of the 2 infant.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Classes.
So standard 6, and after that, what happened?
Well, after that,
St. Thomas?
we had to write an entrance exam to go to college.
Okay. And you did
And
right.
that entrance exam, yes, we went right to Mamfe to write the entrance
So you
exam.
trekked to Mamfe?
Of course.
Why did you trek?
There was no other opportunity that we had.
But I'm so amazed at the interest he had for education.
Well,
as a young child, why were you so exposed to that value? Because we have children today who don't want to go to school.
That is true.
And then we see somebody like you would trek to Mamfe.
Yes, but that was the order of the day for them.
That's why I want to know why.
We had no other option.
Yeah.
We didn't have.
No
The other, listen, the other option could have been at Mbeta, where the Reverend Fathers had their parish at the time.
I see.
And to trek from Fontem to Mbeta used to take us 2 days. That's trekking from morning to night, 2 days.
Constant trekking.
Yes.
Oh my God.
To go
And to come back.
return. And the rivers that one had to cross,
Very dangerous.
before getting to Mbeta, very dangerous. And the road, you would either be climbing or descending, which wasn't easy.
Okay.
But from Fontaine to Tale and Bakebe,
I see.
then to Mamfe
Okay.
was flat land.
Oh.
Yes, so you could walk easily. It is true there were bigger rivers along the road, but flat.
Okay, so that's the advantage.
That's the advantage. I think 2 of them at our time had man-made, call it what, bridges?
Oh,
yes.
Okay. This swaying bridges.
Yes, it is swaying things.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
they were there.
I see.
And, we went. Not only that. Let me say this: friends who are Bayams or people Bayams, if they hear what I'm saying, they would think that I was exposed. I am exposing them. No,
you're not.
Wherever we slept, the owners of the houses were very happy because they themselves, their wives, their children would eat part of what we came with. It looks like they didn't have much to eat.
Okay, then.
Then, yes.
And you always carried food?
We had to.
Okay.
We had to carry food as we went. We had to carry food as we were coming back. Because it wasn't a journey of a day. It was a journey to some of us of 3 days. Yes.
So how would you carry the food? On the head or on the back?
No, they prepared the food. They boiled some cocoyams, put it in on the ban, on top of fire.
For it to get
For it to get strong, dry and strong. Then
because there was no electricity.
Yeah. Which electricity? Is there electricity now? Which electricity?
This is quite remarkable, eh?
It was when
You
we
went through
got
that.
right to Mamfe that we could see signs of, I would say signs.
Okay.
Because how many people then had electricity in their houses? But it wasn't what we have today called electricity.
Okay.
Those who had electricity in their houses, the electricity came and never ceased at any one time.
Okay.
No, it never ceased. Today,
Constant cut.
leave me. Constant cuts. No explanation from anybody as to why there are those cuts.
That's terrible.
No.
So you trek to Fontaine
I tried to Manfi
Oh, sorry,
write
sorry,
the entrance
sorry.
exam
Sorry,
to
sorry.
go to Sase.
Manfred.
Yes.
Okay, so how was it? How was the entrance exam? Could you?
Well, I passed.
Oh, congratulations!
I passed, and that's how I passed.
You still remember that day when many students, people from different areas who came to
And
write?
how many schools were in all of the then Manfred division? We belonged to the Manfred division at the time.
Oh, okay.
How many schools were there? I'm not sure they were up to 10 in all of the division.
Okay.
But and we went there. I know that from our school, 4 of us passed
I see.
to go to
I
Sase.
go to Sase.
Yes, because then there were only Sase and Ballet for
Okay.
boys.
CPC Bali.
Oh, CPC.
CPC Ballet.
What's the CPC? What does it?
You know, Cameroon Protestant College.
College.
Oh, it was a
But that's when
Protestant.
there
Yeah.
were just two
The-
schools.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a college and
And
CPC Bali.
CPC Ballet.
But
That's interesting.
Yes,
So you
and
passed the exam.
we passed, 4 of us from our school, from Catholic school for them,
Okay.
passed the entrance exam to go
Congratulations.
to Sase. Even though finally only 2 of us went.
Okay.
The other 2, I think their parents couldn't afford the fees.
the fee.
And what was the fee? £36 in 1 year,
Which is about.
which included tuition fees,
Yes.
book fees, and lodging,
Wow.
And
Only
boarding.
36.
boarding fees.
But then it
£36.
was much money.
That was much money.
Okay.
Even though I paid my own fees myself because I lost my father when I was in standard 4. He died in an accident, and he wasn't. Let me not go to history of the family. No,
Okay.
this is necessary. He died in an accident,
Okay.
and those who were trying to ensure that I progressed in life,
Okay.
me being the first son of his,
Okay.
even though my mother was his third
Third wife.
of 5 wives
Okay.
that he had
I see.
before he died.
Okay.
But there was nobody willing to pay my fees. He didn't die as a poor man,
Okay.
but there was nobody willing to pay my
Can you
fees.
imagine?
So I said I must go.
Okay.
Thank God I started trekking to Chang,
Wow.
carrying kernels, palm kernels, to go and sell in Chang and buy small things like matches, cigarettes, sugar, and so on,
Okay.
to come and sell back in the village.
My goodness. As a young boy,
In order to raise money, yes.
how old were you, if I may ask? Doing that, trekking to Chang.
I think that is not necessary, because even my late father himself
Yes.
asked me, my son, the only son I have,
Yes.
why are you doing all this? I told
Exactly.
him, Papa, I like it. And he let me go. I was doing what I could. And I was bright in school.
Okay.
So he never feared I would fail in the exam because I didn't go to school, no.
Okay. It didn't affect your schooling.
No, it did not.
Wow.
It did not.
That's outstanding
I
now.
would say.
It's outstanding for the young generation.
Yes, accept it or not, I paid my first year's fees to go to college.
So that's how you were able to pay your fees to Sase.
Of course.
Okay.
Before I finished standard 6, I had worked and had £54. That was much money.
Yeah.
Well, and you were very responsible. You were saving your money.
I went to school as I was more than 12 for 13 years when I went to primary school.
Okay. So you were very mature.
I was. I say in 1957, I was already trekking to Chang to sell palm kernels and buy small things to come and sell back in the village. I used to weave cane baskets, some other kinds of baskets with which women used to go to the farm and carry food
Exactly.
on their backs.
Yes.
Yes, I used to weave those.